Earth is home to billions of people who all depend on water to live. The good news is that the planet is composed of 71% water. The bad news is, though, 96% of that water is salt water and therefore undrinkable. Many parts of the world are struggling with being able to provide enough water to its people. Many places like the Middle East, deserts in Africa, parts of Asia, and even California are having a difficult time with having sufficient amount of water for its inhabitants. This poses a major problem. What's a planet of people to do? Well, here's our solution. Introducing the desalinating bacteria, or Desal-Bac for short. This tiny microorganism will help aid in the cause to provide fresh, clean water for everyone. With this innovation, we can change the way the world gets their water. This tiny organism's purpose in life is to eliminate salt from the water. By using its flagellum or tails to maneuver itself through the water, its receptors can locate and absorb sodium chloride or salt particles, and a reaction will take place within the organism.
We first plan on introducing the Desal-Bac on a consumer level, where we sell them in personal kits. The life cycle of the bacteria in the personal kits is fairly simple. It starts out being engineered in a lab by our team of scientists. Once completed, they will be packaged and sent out to stores, where they will then be picked up by consumers. Once the consumer has water that needs to be desalinated, the bacteria will be dropped into the water, where it will then consume the salt and produce chlorine gas and sodium selenate. It will repeat this process 4 times, and then both bacteria and sodium selenate will be consumed along with the now desalinated water.
Once we move on to stage 2, we will be moving in a more industrial, large-scale direction. The bacteria will be produced in mass amounts in a lab to start off. The bacteria will then be packaged and flown out to be placed in a holding tank. The water will be tested for its percentage of salinity. Depending on its salinity, a certain amount of bacteria will be distributed into the water based on a computer calculation. The reaction will go through 4 cycles. The chlorine gas will rise up and go into a capture tank. It can later be used to be made into bleach and other products, but the important aspect is the gas will not be going into the atmosphere in mass amounts. There will be a fan at the bottom of the tank to ensure the used bacteria and the sodium selenite will not simply sink to the bottom of the water, and so the water stays in the correct levels. The fresh water will then be pushed into a new holding tank and soon be exported to land. Once on land, the water can be distributed to the people.
We can create a world where fresh water is available to everyone. This tiny bacteria can be the solution to our global issue, and together we can end world thirst.